do it. Hello. Today I want to talk to. Let's start over. Hi. How are you doing? I want to talk about a experiment I did over the weekend. I wanted to experiment with the best method to get the least amount of noise for my video recording. I always do my audio recording separately. At least I have like an external microphone attached to my camera. And this is a Rode NT1. And I like the sound that it gives. And I have a microphone preamp that I use with it. This is a microphone preamp that I made myself. It's a very simple device, and it's actually, the gain is exactly right for the camera. So in normal, talking situations, this is a perfect setup. But I noticed that in some cases I would get like noise on my recording, on the audio recording. Like when I attach it to my PC, I get this very strange buzzing, these digital sounds. And at first I didn't know what caused it, but in the end I found out it's because of the USB connection, because I use this software to remotely control my camera when I'm shooting videos. So over the weekend I did a couple of experiments like with different variables to find out, what is the ideal way to shoot the video, and especially concerning the audio. The experiments themselves were not really very interesting, so I will spare you those details, but the conclusions of the experiment were quite interesting in that I found that the best way to do my recording is using my laptop. Maybe my laptop is just better designed, it just has a better design, makes it less noisy. So, however it may be, I'm just going to use the laptop from now on for recording. I have a plan of, I sort of made a script of a short movie, which I really would like to shoot. I wrote down the script. So actually everything is ready. Maybe I should make some sort of like a screen, how do you call this, screenboard, you really define all the scenes and like shots and what you're going to shoot. Because I intend I'm going to act. This is quite, something new for me. I usually don't act. I really think I suck at acting. But that's also because I never really tried. So maybe I just should try it and see what comes out. So, but then I need two characters, so I need to play both. And that's going to be quite complicated, which means you really have to think about your shots, and but it's doable, but it's complicated. So, but I'm excited about this. I really should be doing this. It's I've postponed it so long. I've been procrastinating, and I really should just get on with it and just do it. And I'm sort of slowly building down, or just getting rid of all my addictions. Like first I stopped drinking alcohol at the beginning of this year, so now I've been on the wagon, as they say. I've been on the wagon for 7 months already, and it's going really well. I really don't miss it. I feel good. I feel great, maybe even. A lot of the disadvantages of drinking alcohol I just don't have anymore. So that's really good. And I really don't miss it. So why would I do it? And then a couple of weeks ago, quit drinking coffee. I even made a video about this. And so far, I think it's like now 3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks even. And it's actually the same. I don't miss it at all. It's very easy actually to not drink coffee. I just now drink a lot of tea or other beverages, whatever I feel like. So now I sort of got used to. In the morning, I drink. The first thing I drink in the morning is a glass of water with some lemon juice, like a little bit of lemon. Like I cut like a thick slice of lemon, and I just squeeze it with my hand, squeeze it above the glass, and then I drink it, and it tastes good. It's really refreshing, and it's also supposedly very healthy. So I'm gonna continue doing this. And then I usually drink like I make a small pot of tea, and then drink 2 cups of tea or something. And this is really like herbal tea, so really mild. A long stretch from like drinking a cup of coffee every morning. That's really, it gives you a boost, or at least they say it gives you a boost, but some say it's just, it just removes the symptoms of withdrawal that you have built up during the night. So I don't know what is the truth, but either, the last thing sounds plausible. So I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Scott Adams lately, or at least for a year or so. And he is the creator of the Dilbert comics, and he is quite amazing. I think he has a brilliant mind, and he is so genius in finding different ways of looking at things, or totally turning your world upside down, your world view, or just destroying your world view, or put something else in place. It's really entertaining. It's entertaining, and it's also very smart and makes you think about a lot of stuff. But what if this creeds or credos, how do you say this? Is that the idea that free will, this concept of free will that permeates whole society and thinking in whole society. This whole concept of free will, it doesn't exist. Free will is an illusion, basically. And I sort of started to believe that this is true. The whole idea is that, people are so attached to the rational mind. They think, that they take decisions using their rational mind, People don't take decisions with their rational mind. They only think they do. They act on sort of instincts, on gut feeling, and your feelings are so much more important than people are willing to realize or to admit. And this also for me, my feelings were never really that important to me. I was not very aware of my feelings. And of course I've been in therapy the last year, the previous year, and then I had to deal with my emotions much more. I had to really become aware of them, which was, for me, was very helpful, even though the rest of the therapy was not that helpful. But at least this part I took away from it, and I'm grateful for this, that I got this experience. People, not just me, but most people, I would say, we do things, we, even though rationally or consciously we don't want to do them, or we know that they are not right, but yet we do them. Like, take for instance, smoking. I mean, I used to smoke, I quit, but there are so many people who are still smoking. Everybody knows it's bad for you. It makes your life shorter. Probably the chances of you dying a horrible death are pretty big. So, why on earth would people smoke? Well, the reason is very simple, because it makes them feel good. It gives them a certain feeling. They sort of trained their bodies to respond in a certain way, by smoking. And this is incredibly strong. I mean, your body, or your physical form, if those things are opposed, like your rational mind or your physical body, your rational mind cannot compete with your body, with your feelings, with your emotions, with your whole being. And so that's a problem, and that's a problem I've been facing. So, what is the way out of this? What you need to do is you sort of train your body, because your body also is it can easily adapt, or you have these things called habits. If something is a habit, it's very strong. It's and like most things you do in life are habits. Everything you do, from when you get up in the morning until you go to bed at night. Like, I don't know, maybe 90% of it is just a habit. It's just a thing you do the same way every day, and every day. And that's what makes it so strong. And it couldn't be otherwise, if you would have to think about everything and make like rational decisions about every stupid little thing in your life would become impossible to live. So that's why you have habits, to help you to live your life, actually. The thing is, you can't change habits, if you do something like 3 times in a row, then the chances are pretty good that it can easily become a habit. That gives your rational mind some power over your body, because if you know this and you can use it, then you can sort of steer your body or your being into the right direction, like where you want to go, and then sort of you create habits which move you in the right direction. Nobody tells you this. At least as far as I know. Of course, yeah, it's like, this whole idea of discipline. But that sounds so awful, it sounds really terrible. And it doesn't sound like helpful or friendly. Well, if you look at it a different way, then it becomes much more friendly, because it's not intended to make you feel bad or miserable, or to suppress you. It's really to liberate you, liberate of bad habits. It's all about how you feel, but the most difficult part is when you don't feel right. And this is so common. It happens to many people. I had my daughter come over for dinner this weekend. On Saturday, she came by with her boyfriend. She has a boyfriend now. Which is sort of, for me, it's kind of strange. I'm not used to this. Is actually, well, maybe her first boyfriend, as far as I know, and it's kind of serious. So I guess she's 16 years old. And I like, it's a nice kid. I like the boy. He's okay. I think he's good. But it's strange to see your child so happy or in love. That's kind of an unusual feeling. I'm not used to it yet, so I don't know. And it's I invited them to come for dinner because I don't see her that often. I'm a bit out of touch with her, which I don't like. I really would like to be more connected to her life, but I don't know. I don't know really why. I'm trying my best to get this happening, and that was one of the reasons why I invited her for dinner. But yeah, there's always the last couple of years there's this tension between us, which I don't know. I don't know why. It seems like she's angry with me for some reason. And I can think of a number of reasons why she could be angry. Not that I think that she rightfully is angry, or maybe that doesn't make sense at all. I can understand it rationally, but I don't feel it myself. I'm not angry with her. I love her very much, and it really hurts me also that she is so sort of distancing herself from me, which I don't like. And I don't understand it really emotionally. I don't understand it because we were always quite close, I think, and I always. She always made me happy when she was around. Like I was always very, and I took care of her. So yeah, it's sad. It makes me sad. And anyway, maybe this is the beginning of a new phase, and we get closer. I really hope so. I really hope so. Anyway, she's a beautiful person. I love her. So anyway, enough of the emotional stuff. I'm going to say goodbye. I really enjoyed making this video, and I see you all at some point in the future. So take good care of yourself, and drop the bad habits and put on some good habits. That's my advice. Okay, bye-bye.